Hello everyone, welcome to a movie rant. Well, seeing how the Lego Movie number 2 is going to be released in February of 2019, it comes to make sense the way that we might as well review the first movie from early 2014 of February, which by the way, I remember seeing in theaters and absolutely loving, but judging by the title of this video, you can obviously tell that my opinion has changed a lot. So, seeing as I wasn't making content back in 2014, I might as well review the movie now, since I didn't get a chance to review it back then, and the Lego Movie number 2 is coming out. So, anyway, what are my thoughts? The Lego Movie is a pretty terrible movie now. I still own it on DVD. I remember absolutely loving it back then and wanting it on DVD, so I went to Walmart with my dad and got it on DVD. And I was very happy, but by nowadays standards, I sold my video game, and I really want to sell my DVD. I don't know how I'm going to sell it or when I'm going to sell it, but I know I will sell it sometime. So, I'm going to start with the negatives. First off, this movie is absolutely cringeworthy. You could make the argument that this was all just fake, it was all just like a kid's dream because he was playing with his toys. And yeah, it does say that at the end of the movie, but the problem is all the characters talk like they're 5-year-old little kids, and this kid looks like he's 11 or something. So don't even don't even make that excuse. And the dialogue is very cringeworthy. Like I said before, it feels like it was written by a 5-year-old. The director just let his kids. And speaking of the director almost directed Solo, a Star Wars story. I'm glad that he was fired for doing that. Because number one, I guess he was taking risks, and they didn't want that. And number two, I can only imagine how much more cringier he would have made Solo. Sorry about that green screen right there. That was kind of a fail, but yeah. That was pretty horrible, and this movie also craps on Star Wars, one of the best film franchises of all time, if not the best, because they only showed it for like a minute or two, yet they totally like stole our hyperdrive or something like that, and they got eaten by a slug. And they only introduced like most of the Lego City or DC characters, which I don't hate personally, but I just feel like they could have brought in so much more better Lego themes into this movie. Like, they only brought in, like, a little bit of one-offs, like the Master Builders, for example, Gandalf. I'm not even going to count all of them, because there's too much, but really, the dialogue is so poor. The movie's basically just a bunch of characters minifigures just going from one place to another, and it just feels like a big mess. Like literally one area was called Cloud Cuckoo Land. Like, that is just beyond lazy to me, and I can't believe that someone out there was like, yeah, this is a good idea. We should put this in a film. And another thing this movie has is that, because of all the babiness it has, I'm actually surprised it's rated PG. Like, seriously, it feels like I'm watching a G-rated movie. And, yeah, like I said, once again, this film should actually be rated G, not PG. And don't even make the argument, oh, they have blasters. No, that's not a good excuse. These are toy products made for little kids, yet you still made the movie PG for what? Little intense violence. But guess what? Lego doesn't like violence, and this movie all has action. What's wrong with action in a G movie? I mean, you had it in Planet of the Apes. I know that movie was 1968, and the MPA rating system wasn't that great back then, but still, PG did still exist. Like, look at Goldfinger. That movie was 1964, and it still got PG rating. But Planet of the Apes, it went even more mature, I guess. I don't know. 4 years later, the PG rating still exists, yet it was still rated G. And that movie had quite a few innuendos, I gotta say. But this movie, yeah, it feels like it's rated G, honestly. It's just a little baby thing. Honestly, I would not show this to the kids because they would probably lose brain cells, and This is one of the most overrated movies in my personal opinion. I have no clue how people will like this movie, other than the fact that it's Lego products. I mean, I like Lego, but this film gives the big middle finger to Lego. Not that it, like, thinks that Lego sucks or something like that, but the fact that they think that Lego is this babyish of a product. Like, seriously. Lego isn't just for little babies. Adults can enjoy too, but why do you gotta make this movie so childish? Like, I just feel like this film could have been so much better, you know what I mean? This movie's absolutely cringy, it has horrible dialogue, all the characters talk like they're 5-year-olds. I know I'm just repeating myself now, because yeah, that's just one of my biggest flaws with this movie. And it just gets worse as it continues. That's like the big issue. As the film continues, it all just gets worse and worse. And the worst part about it is that there are so many great actors that they managed to pull in through this movies. Chris Pratt, Will Ferrell, freaking Morgan Freeman. They're some of the best. And they totally wasted their talents on this unfunny pile of crap. So, and if there's, those are one of the pluses, one of the surprising pluses, and if there's one other plus I could give this movie, it's probably this little scene.
Boy, as you wish, Dumbledore. I'm Gandalf. It's pronounced Dumbledore. Dumbledore? No, Dumbledore. I thought you said Dumbledore. The truth is...
But that's it. That's the only good part. That's the only good part of the whole movie to me. Other than that, everything else sucks. The jokes are very flat. They're not even funny. They're just cliche. So, without further ado, I'm gonna have to give the Lego Movie an F and a 3.4 out of a 10. But guys, what did you think of the Lego Movie? Do you think it sucks? Do you think it's cool, like most people think it is? Let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll see you all next time. Also, the movie's very annoying as well.